Albert Eisenberg. I'm from Philadelphia. When I came out, which was in 2009, right after I finished high school, so I was 18, I was pretty confident from the get-go that I'd have a supportive family, which they were, to varying degrees. Certainly my immediate family, my parents were extremely supportive, but kept, asking me, when are you gonna tell Marianne? When are you gonna tell Marianne? Call her, tell her you're out, you're gay, she's gonna feel left out, so you have to tell her. I get a phone call from my Aunt Marianne, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, well, I know what this is gonna be. It's gonna be awkward, she's gonna say something offensive, whatever. So I pick up the phone, and we actually have what is really surprising to me is an extremely pleasant conversation about it. She's proud of me, this is great. I'm so happy we have a gay in the family, which is, a questionable thing to say to anybody, but for her, it was a very pleasant interaction. And what's important here is that I'm Jewish on my dad's side more so than my mom's side, more religious. And I'm about to go to Georgetown. I'm a senior, I just graduated senior year of high school. I'm about to go to Georgetown, so I'm a Hoya. So she goes, so you're already Albert the Jew and Albert the Hoya. When's it gonna be okay to call you Albert the faggot? And I am on the other end. I pause. And I'm just like, never. Marianne, it's never gonna be okay to call me Albert the faggot. Thought for a second, she goes, oh, okay. Well, talk to you later. And I was blown away by how sort of entitled she felt to use that word. Even, she's technically very tolerant, votes Democrat, supportive of gay rights, but why would you think that you could appropriate that term when it's not even really appropriated by gay men at all? And the second conversation that I had was right around that time also, a little bit earlier that summer. I was hosting a house party, again, right after senior year, so there's probably 75 really drunk kids at my house. I run into this guy who I had been in French class with. Albert, I have to tell you how much I respect you for coming out. Thank you, Julian, that's so nice. Yeah, it's been really, really great to, be out to people, whatever. And he goes, and, it's so great that you are not like X, this guy who went to high school with me, who was the gay kid in our high school, very quote unquote flamboyant, had been out since 9th grade, and, was anathema to me completely, would make me so anxious to be around him because God forbid I be associated in any way. And I said, actually you're not giving me a compliment right now. That's actually an insult to gay people, that you are sort of the arbitrator of, and the ultimate judge of what is an acceptable gay person and what isn't an acceptable gay person. Oh, no, it's not what I meant. He's drunk, whatever. And I'm like, you know what, Julian, you can fuck off. I mean, I think that conversation with Julian has something to do with my conversation with my aunt in the sense of sort of straight people deciding what is, an appropriate way to approach the subject when, and saying things while being well-meaning that were quite offensive. When I think of what the gay community has done and where we've come and how much political progress and legal progress and social progress has been made, it's outstanding. But those types of deep-seated value judgments about gender and sexuality are not going to be solved by a court somewhere, and they're not going to be solved by a legislature, and they're not going to be solved by a vote. Those are much deeper problems that don't really have easy answers. We have to ask ourselves what work needs to be done.